So welcome back to Absolute Fight Talk, and we are now in referee's corner with Mr. Daniel Movahedi, the gentleman. There's no prizes for guessing. We were speaking with Will Fleury earlier, so we wanted Dan on to just shed some light and sort of talk about this incident, as Coach John Kavanagh called it, the worst refereeing decision he's seen in 20 years. So Rob, just if you hit play there, basically, if you haven't seen this and you're listening to us on audio, Will Fleury is in on a double leg takedown, and Shaw Dean, his opponent, is basically elbowing him in the back of the head multiple times. After about 8 elbows, Will drops to his knees again.
It's tough to watch, isn't it?
It's fucking hard to watch, man. But I haven't actually counted it, but it's about 15. At this time now, the referee steps in now and touches the fighter, and now there's 1, 2,
what the hell?
3. I think I counted 4 earlier. So 4 elbows as the referee touches them. So, couple of questions I have, Dan. First of all, with Will in with that, surely when the first elbow lands, you might say a warning, a scream, hey, watch your target, something like that along that line, you can break it. But after 14 elbows, why is the referee moving in like he's in slow motion? What's the protocol here from you as a referee?
All right. Well, first of all, how we're doing, and 2 things. I think that video there is in slow motion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is in slow motion, yeah. Yeah, but he's moving very.
And the other thing, there is no sound to it, so we don't know what the referee is saying to him, whether he's warning him or not. But you're right, that first one, normal protocol is if you do catch onto the back of the head, and obviously Will was, for the first maybe 2, he was okay to carry on, he was still putting that pressure on. As a referee, you warn him, watch the back of the head, and obviously if it continues, you call time, certainly sooner than what I just saw. Yeah. It was a bit difficult to watch, especially the way, I think, like you said, after 7 or 8 elbows to the back of the head, Will just drops to his knees. It's not as if he's dropping to change level to take a double leg or a single leg. He drops to his knees and is literally just slumped against the cage with the fighter. Yeah, maybe muscle memory or a bit of body reaction of how he should be is taking over, but you could tell his system was shut down for a split second the way he dropped to his knees, and it was difficult to watch. Prime example for that for me would be. If you remember the Colin Fletcher versus what's his name, Mbama, when Goddard was refereeing him, the elbows to the back of the head
in Birmingham.
Goddard, sorry, who was it?
No, it was in Birmingham. The fight, I can't remember who was against.
Yes,
it was in Birmingham.
I think it was against Walter Gahadza. Was it? Was it not?
I'm not
anyway, whoever it was, you saw 2 elbows. Goddard stepped in and took precautions. But to be counting 15 to 17 elbows to the back of the head. Is kind of hard,
Yeah. You're right about that.
I've only seen that clip that's been put up by John Kavanagh and yourselves on Reddit, so I can't. It's hard to elaborate on that.
But the really weird one though was the decision of a no contest over a disqualification.
Sorry, it become a what?
So the really weird one, I thought, like obviously it was hard to watch, but the really weird one was the decision to give a no contest rather than a disqualification. What would you think the referee's thought process behind that one was?
I don't know, because for me that looks like a DQ. I mean, only time it would be I don't know what happened afterwards, whether they brought the doctor in and Will wasn't able to continue. But if he wasn't able to continue, you'd make a no contest because you deem it as, or it was accidental elbows to the back of the head, or there was no malice or intention behind it, but it was clearly, like we said, 15, 17 elbows to the back of the head. So in my eyes, that should have been a DQ. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's that you have to ask the referee what his reasons are.
We were talking to Will earlier, Dan. He was on with us earlier. He was grateful to have Will on again. And he was basically, we asked him that, why was it deemed a no contest? And Will said he was told because his head was moving, as in head movement. So basically, they were saying that he potentially was moving into the elbows, causing them to land on the back of his head. I don't know if you have any comment on that.
Look, everyone can just draw a conclusion by watching the video. I mean, I saw very minimum head movement, as in head movement trying to duck, get away from those elbows. The only head movement I saw is him going limp and getting hit back of the head. It's a tough one. Like I said, no one. I hate, all of you guys. I'm not criticising the referee here, but I hate talking bad about them as well. But just watching that, if anything, I feel more for Will, for his health, for his safety. Who knows? It could have repercussions in the future. Not for his career, but for his health. Taking them amount of shots to the back of the head, whereas the spinal cord, where you got a lot of nerve endings at the top of the back of your head. That's the thing that worries me. And the other thing was, if a referee's going to call time, sure as hell, make sure them fighters are broken up and he stopped elbowing, rather than turning your attention to the timekeeper and calling time while another 3 or 4 elbows are being thrown. There could be the final shots that could literally end someone's career, and that's the worrying thing, So, but hopefully, the way what I would like to see is, a lot of people always say, he shouldn't referee again, he shouldn't do. Maybe he just needs a bit of education, If he does recognise his mistakes, great, do it. Recognise it, go back to the drawing board, work on your mistakes, and next time okay, I'm gonna, instead of waiting for so long, I'll be in there quicker. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
This leads me, Dan, into something that you were in there for, so you can, you'll have to tell us a little bit about. I actually seen it today on YouTube, and I actually shared it on good old MMA Reddit. Was you were referee at Rock for Rise of Champions, is it? It's the Brad Pickett show. And basically a fighter got clipped with, might I add, an unbelievably beautiful right hand. And he went down and you dived in, and the fighter turned and started wrestling you, and Dan, I have to give it to you, the jiu-jitsu was paying off him, man. That was a beautiful sprawl. And if it kept going that way, you really could have tied up the anaconda choke as well. It was looking good. But all joking aside, it's something we have spoke to you about on numerous occasions. Being in there, you referenced Mark, obviously, Mark Goddard quite a bit. Being in there, Mark is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I believe we have set up that match with you and Mark Goddard. But
I'm going to let this go.
How important is it, though, for you recognise these things, and then when the fighter turns on you like that, like, the fighter was just doing that out of instinct, obviously. He was hurt and he was trying to fight on, and it was, just muscle memory or whatever. But you had the experience because you fight, because you were a former professional mixed martial artist, and you're now you roll your blue belt in jiu-jitsu. You knew what to do and how to control the fighter, and essentially by you doing that kept him safe as well, that he didn't stand up and fall all over the cage or whatever. So does this incident with Will Fleury signify how important it is for referees to have both the knowledge but also the experience when something like that happened with you or Rock happens?
Yeah, and also you're absolutely right. I mean, majority of the referees that I work with, like you said, Goddard, Leon Roberts, Sam Amidi, Rich Mitchell, Neil Hall, etc. They're all guys who've been around the sport for a hell of a long time, and two, still trained to this day, whether it'll be just for hobby wise or just to keep their own muscle memories sharp and know what they're looking out for. But yeah, with regards to the Will thing, I think more the case, maybe the referee's never come across a situation like this. It's not that you'd ever want to come across a situation like this at any level, whether it be from your interclubs all the way up to the big stage like that. But maybe he's never come across something like that. Maybe he couldn't recognise when someone's body's gone limp for a reason of being knocked out or put slightly unconscious. So they're the things maybe he couldn't recognise and didn't know how to react on it. So yeah, I do think it's important for fighters to know, or referees to train and to be able to pick up different things of how the body and the mind works.
It's always a pleasure getting your view and getting you to enlighten us novices in the information of refereeing. And you never know, Dan, we could be working together again. I was working with a good friend of yours at the weekend, Rob Nutley.
I saw.
You never know. I could be in the UK for the upcoming Celtic Gladiators.
Nice. I look forward to seeing you. Just a quick question to you guys. I know you guys spoke to, and I will listen back to the show. Do you know if he had any medical issues afterwards or not?
He said that during the fight he got passed by the doctor. The doctor came in and sort of asked him the date, where are you? You got to remember this was in South Africa, so it's not like he could just go, I'm in Ireland. So he knew where he was. He said the date. He said all this, and that's fine. And the referee, the referee was over giving out to his opponent, Shaw Dean, saying, whatever he was saying to him, we don't know. And then they were about to start the fight on their feet, and Will went, hold on, let's start it back where it was. And the ref was like, no, he says, oh, you had him up in the air ready to slam him. And the ref was like, whoa, no, you didn't. And he called the doctor to give him a balance test again. So he had to touch his toes, touch his ankle, stand on one foot, and he failed that. And that's when he said, yeah, it was a little wobbly, but whatever. But he was saying then, like, this cost Will his place in the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, he was no longer allowed to compete in the tournament. So you'll hear it in the interview. He was very disappointed. But he got both. The doctor cleared him from where are you, all that sort of stuff, but he failed the balance test after asking the referee to restart him.
He contested.
Yeah.
That's where it's starting. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway. Should they have gone back if the fight would have started back again? Because the referee was going to start them standing. Absolutely. Should they have gone back to where they were against the cage?
It's down to the referee's discretion. Obviously, Will's the guy whose foul has happened to him. So I personally would have put him back in that position because he had the dominant position, and it was a foul that would caused him to lose that position. I.e., so same kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's a hard one, but hopefully we won't see it again and it won't happen again.
Yeah, lessons learned.
Yep.
Dan, absolute pleasure. Give our love to all the Movahedis.
I will do, and thanks for having me on, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Okay.
Yep. Talk to you later, buddy.
Peace.
Much love.
Take care. See you later.